action.
Harvard, Bonin, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Let's talk about The Lord of the Rings, The Battle for Middle-earth. It's a big real-time strategy game coming from Electronic Arts. Let's talk about it. How is it linked with the movie?
You know, big is just a little bit too small to say what this game is. I mean, it's a real-time strategy game. It'll be out this fall. As you said, it's from Electronic Arts. It's the same team that did Command & Conquer Generals, if you remember that one. It's also Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. So we decided to shift away from tanks and technology and go for Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings. We thought it'd be a nice change. It's all about how you're playing the epic battles, as you've seen in the Peter Jackson films, all three in fact. You get to fight in Minas Tirith, Mordor, Isengard, you name it, all the things that you remember. You get to play with all the things that you remember from the movies, like, be a troll, or you can fly those dragons, those fell beasts, if you remember. Don't forget the Balrog. We give you the Balrog to play with, and maybe even bring down Minas Tirith, since you can play as the bad guys in this game.
Of course, since it's an RTS, we've got some units to manage, we've got heroes. How do we, tell me about the gameplay itself.
You know, we were really looking for a different feel for this. So one of the key things that we did was add emotion into the characters. And really all that means is they react to the different things going around them in the environment. So if a troll comes up, a soldier will look at him and go, "Oh no, a troll!" You know, and he might back up a little bit. So all these subtle little things make it feel like all these little characters that you have are really living and really reacting to you in the environment. Of course, to make it much more easy, say for a mainstream player who maybe buys 1 or 2 computer games during the year, we simplified the interface drastically. It's a brand new interface for RTSs to make it much more accessible. And you know, a new player can get in and have fun immediately without worrying about all that mumbo jumbo and clicking this and clicking that. You know, just get in and have fun. That's the whole most important part.
Would it be possible for units to evolve, to have some kind of heroes like in the movie?
Yeah, you know, in fact, we got all the heroes you remember, you know. Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, Gandalf with all his magic powers and all that sort of thing. But don't forget, you're playing the evil side as well. So you've got the Balrog to contend with, you've got Saruman, you've got Gollum, you know, he makes an appearance. So you've got all these heroes that you remember from the movies. And, you know, people will really relate to them, I think. It should be really exciting.
Do we have resource management, building?
Yeah, so it's more or less a conventional RTS with an awful lot of different emotion attached to it. But yeah, you got resource building. Each side will gather resources differently. None of the armies are the same, so all 4 have different unique ways to get resources, as well as different units. And they say, for instance, the Mordor side has something called the Slaughterhouse. There's an orc butcher, and he calls this guy, calls this beast, whistles to it, brings him in, whap, you know, knocks him on the head, and then here comes a slab of meat to put on the wall, and that represents money for him. Isengard cuts down trees, so they have to go out into the world and find forests and cut them down, so they can't make it necessarily in their base. And you know, siege warfare in terms of this is very important. So Gondor has farms that are ringing its castles so they can protect it. You know, there are castles, there are camps, there are all sorts of things you'd expect out of, say, a medieval style RTS.
Of course, there's a multiplayer mode in mind, I guess.
Of course, you know, we got standard online mode. You know, everything that you'd expect in an RTS game is there in our online mode. You know, head-to-head, you name it. You know, we're looking at all sorts of features that will hopefully bring it up and allow players that are brand new to get in and not feel like they're going to go straight into a competition with a very good player. Got to try to make it very easy through a quick match system and that sort of thing.
Thanks, Harvard.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Pleasure.